Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Contango, or this was a stock analysis request from one of the followers, and I wanted to let you know that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. Now in the case of this chart we could actually be looking at a series of 1 2 1 2 setup here. Now I actually even checked, we didn't hold necessarily the wave 2 support zone for the secondary 1 2, but still we managed to reverse to the upside, and I would like to still continue to track this uptrend, especially since the structure looks a little bit more clear. Now I have two interpretations for this area, but first let's add some labels here in the longer time frame. And assuming that we succeed in pushing here to the upside within this third wave, I would have an overall target, let's see, at approximately $69. Now that is the 138.2% extension. It could vary a bit. Maybe this shouldn't be the top, maybe we should use this top and then it would be a little bit higher, but overall that is an approximation. We will certainly track closer from this area, from this actual movement, once we get closer to that area and we have a more clear structure and we can see maybe a little bit more easily when we are towards the end of the uptrend. Now internally within this third wave I am actually looking to form possibly another 1-2 setup. Now so far within this structure it is a little bit unclear, because I could count this technically as a 5-wave move complete or near complete in a diagonal structure, where this would be a wave 1, this would be a wave 2, this would be a third wave up, a fourth wave down, and now a fifth wave to the upside, where I would prefer still another high within the fifth wave, but regardless, I would see this as a pretty close to completion structure, and I could label this honestly as a wave 1. Now I would like to make the larger count a higher degree before we do that, and then I would like to track this in the white scenario as the idea of a 1-2 setup developing in this area. And in this case I would like to hold a general support zone for a wave 2 between the $16.9 level down to the $11 level. Now this is assuming that we actually topped, which again I am not certain. I would actually still prefer another high, and then if I were to go closer in this area, I could see this work out in a couple of different ways. So this is probably also a diagonal structure where this was a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down. Maybe this was a third wave up, maybe the entire movement is a third wave up. If this is the third wave, we really would only need an ABC structure to complete this fifth wave to the upside, and in that case one more high, and that would be possible to look out for as long as we stay above this low. But if we fall below, I would rather focus on the support zone for wave 4 instead, and that would be, let's see, in the area between the $24 level down to the $22.4 level. Now a break below the 61.8% retracement here would probably be an indication, would be a first indication that this wave 1 top could probably be in place, and we could then be heading towards a larger correction within the wave 2. Now I will remove the other support zone that was for the larger 1-2 setup, and that is no longer necessary at the moment. And now what we are mainly tracking is this 1-2 setup, but we also want to have this here on the chart, because within this wave C, again we could still see another high, where I would like to have a count of something like this in this area, and then this would be the full white interpretation in my opinion at the moment. But then I could also see a slightly different perspective for this entire movement to the upside, where to be honest it could still be something much more bullish in a series of 1-2 1-2 1-2 1-2 setups, that this could then still turn into a much stronger overall uptrend, fulfilling the entire structure within this wave 3 in one go. Now, this isn't necessarily my preferred interpretation because of how far we have already went, and then yeah, the trend actually started slowing down again in this area. Also, we have some divergences here on the RSI compared to the chart. Yep, so we have a clear bearish divergence. So at the moment, I would prefer to look for a wave 2. I find this as the more probable interpretation, but if you already own a position, keep in mind that it is possible to go directly higher from here. So both interpretations are still possible. I find the more bearish one more likely at the moment, where it's not even necessarily more bearish. We would just form a larger 1-2 setup, and yeah, that would be a great entry point overall. But keep a core position maybe that you would feel comfortable with, that even if it falls, you don't hate the choice you actually made. So for now, really, there isn't much else to add. These are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover. And I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.